If there's a homicide here in Syracuse, gun violence, you can count on a vigil at the scene organized by Mothers Against Gun Violence. The group has a new president and a new agenda for the new year's, and she joins us now. Meet Lipa Jones. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You know, a lot of people say, okay, you do the vigil, that's after the fact, but you are active as a group to try to prevent gun violence also.
Yes.
What kinds of things do you do?
We do a lot. We do a lot of outreach. We are actually involved with our children in the schools. We go into the schools. We always out. I have a lot of kids that come contact me at the Southwest Community Center,
okay.
Actually where my office is located at. So we actually go out. It's not just always about the after effect individuals that is at hand. We're trying to prevent it. We're trying to educate our children on gun violence. That is not the answer. The violence is not the answer out here. So before we even get to that point, we're trying to prevent it.
Because it's so obvious to say that, but it doesn't necessarily compute for a young person.
Well, actually, in our urban community, our children live with trauma. So we trying to do a lot more education on helping them to try to prevent it, because right now our kids are living with so much trauma that is affecting them for what they're going through. We don't know what our kids might be going through. There's a lot of kids who are in schools that are maybe didn't have a meal, maybe struggling with the loss of someone that they had lost yesterday. So at the end of the day, it's not just as if it's not working. It is working. See, the thing about it is you see too much of the negative, but you're not seeing the positive. There is positive out here. There is positive of what we're doing. There is positive in our young children out here. A lot of our children are changing their ways. So that is the big thing. Don't always look at what's so negative out in our urban community, because we have a lot of children graduating. We have a lot of children with jobs, working, involved, and not doing that. So we can't always look at negative situations in our urban community and saying this is all what it is, because it's not.
Syracuse is not the only community here in upstate New York that is looking at the issue of gun violence.
Exactly.
You have a big meeting coming up later this month where you're going to get together with some other groups from other cities? Yes,
we'll be working with Rochester, Buffalo, and Utica. That'll be the 24th of this month for a coalition. It'll be all day. The people that's coming in, they're great people. I already had a chance of meeting them twice. They also came up for our annual vigil that we held in August. They came up there. So it is going to be a great thing. And we're trying to get more mothers, even mothers out in the community that wants to be a part of this organization, to step in. You know, it takes a community. So it's not just mothers who have lost their children. Mothers is mothers, because at the end of the day, they're all our children.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes.
Good luck to you in the coming year, and thank you for what you're doing.
I appreciate it.
Mothers Against Gun Violence also has a trauma response team that works. They are meeting, as Lipa says, on the 24th of January. That's a Sunday. They're going to do an all-day meeting starting at 9 o'clock. Regularly, they meet the first Saturdays of the month, always at the United Way here in Syracuse. That's on James Street. They welcome more people. They really want your help and involvement, too. If you are interested, they are on Facebook. Look for Mothers Against Gun Violence, and they are also at this web address. So if you want to email, there's the number and the address as well.